My name is Shane Irving. My background's 23 years in military and law enforcement, primarily special operations. I'm a founder and co-owner of OPS, Optimal Performance Solutions, a specialist training organisation. We essentially are a nexus between subject matter expertise, academia, frontliners and industry. We provide combative training and specialist niche training in strength and conditioning solutions and weapons handling for frontline police and our special forces. In 2005, I was humbled to be recruited to develop a new specialist law enforcement unit, where I remained until the end of my operational career, finishing as the officer in charge. The unit was a domestic and international law enforcement counter-terrorism response unit that worked with specialist agencies, including our Australian military special forces. At its peak, we had 108 operators from a number of different organisations, and I matched together from other agencies, including our special forces community. There was two factions that were created in the workplace, and that created a bit of daily conflict, which contributed to a cultural rub and a degradation of morale, work output. It was like having two rival sporting teams, a Man United and Liverpool, come together. At one point, I found myself a number of months into the job still dealing with major conflict, as in people trained, high-end defensive tactics, shooting, were essentially almost having punch-ups in the car park every morning. So I had to pump myself up at 7 o'clock prior to coming to work and gather myself and produce a calm confidence to muster myself and portray the leader. It was almost like a biggest bear in the room kind of scenario. In that environment, you can't ever show a drop of weakness, can't show any one single drop of blood in the water, otherwise a shark's circle. This, however, was a bit of a fine art, tested my leadership and my command. I still had to work with them, I still had to discipline them, and I still had to represent executive command above me. So all the while the conflict still remained, and the biggest, baddest bear in the room wasn't always congruent with me, and it began to wear me down. So as a leader and as a person, I was churning, getting burnt out, and I had to try and deal with the situation and come up with a better strategy to manage the conflict. I need a better strategy to bring them together so that we can manage without constantly trying to be on a knife's edge, managing conflict. So over many years, I developed my own personal mantra and my own personal leadership code. It was a template that I resisted sharing publicly for many reasons. However, I thought it might be too simplistic. The blokes would judge me or it wouldn't work. Then it dropped, and this code, and I realised I had a set of rules that worked for me. So I might as well try it on the men and try it in the culture and try and build it step at a time. I really had nothing to lose. So could it help reduce conflict, develop esprit de corps that I was striving for, and establish a new path for unit? So why not try it? The mantra I termed was the Vowel code, A-E-I-O-U. A for attitude, E for ego, I for integrity, O for ownership, U for understanding. The simple acronym developed into a framework, a checklist, which was adopted in every single decision, every interaction. Over time, I'm talking a number of months and a year, it became the team operating sort of model, and since then it's progressed into not only a leadership and a communication tool with proven outcomes. The Vowel code has become a template and a way of thinking, communicating and living.